bit of drawing tonight. Wasn't planning on it, but I'm not doing all that great. So I figured might be able to take my mind off of things a little bit if we did a little bit of drawing. Start the same way as we always do. Just framing it out. Go a little bit bigger than I have been, just because I don't like running out of room. I'd say it's about right there, wouldn't you guys? That's where I think it's at. Alright, let's see what we got. It's really important to find something that'll take your mind off of things. Can't say I've managed to do it yet. If anybody does, they sure should let me know. But I sure don't know what to do with this one. I'll tell you what, let's do something really different. We'll do something really different. Let's leave fine. I really enjoy seeing how my shit's not quite lined up, but who cares? It'll work itself out. So, I'm not really sure how other people get real dark colors or dark shades with just graphite. I don't really know if there is a great way to get a solid black color that isn't, shiny. I realized that after reviewing my last video that most of drawing that boat couldn't even see. I'm going to go ahead and get this nice and dark though, at least relatively. Just kind of hitting every angle. You can see it's got kind of a nice little pattern going on in there. And that's relaxing in and of itself, isn't it? Some regularity. Now I'm just going to smooth this all out. It doesn't really matter in what direction we smooth it out because I'm going to end up going in all different directions here just to get a nice uniform coverage. Maybe you guys don't have a reason to draw, and that's okay. Maybe just enjoy watching videos, or maybe no one's ever going to see this. That'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. It's gonna be a rough week, guys. Okay. It's another secret for you guys. No one can draw a circle. Prove me wrong. No one can draw a circle. No one can draw a perfect circle. No, that helped. I promise you. That right there, what you're looking at, that's not even a perfect circle. You'll find something wrong with it if you try, I guarantee it. I told you guys the other night, I like drawing planets, moons. You ever just find yourself staring up at the sky at night? I don't get to as much as I do anymore. I used to work at night a lot more, be up a lot earlier in the morning. Being able to look at the sky was one of my favorite things. Where I live, where most of you guys probably live too this time of year, you gotta get up pretty early in the morning. But Mars is usually fairly visible throughout the night and really bright in the morning, early morning. Bright red. It's kind of nuts how red Mars is once you spot it. You guys should check it out. Unpaid solicitation or unpaid ad, but like I use Google Sky Map when I'm curious about what's going on in the sky around me. And that app is great because it'll show you everything, even stuff that you can't even see. You'll be like, oh wow, I didn't know Pluto was right there. That's pretty cool. I have been painting a lot more. And normally I only paint when like I'm in a really bad place, which I can't say I'm not, but I'm just better at drawing. Anything I can paint, I can draw better. Yeah, I kind of hate it because I love painting. And as good as I am at drawing, I'm not very good at coloring, especially with like colored pencils and shit. Excuse my language for any of the younger viewers. It's not no good with colored pencils or picking out my utensil apparently. But because of that, I tend to limit myself to purely graphite drawings, which, you know, they look just fine. It's just, you know, everything looks better with color. Everything does. It's just the truth. I have a fairly monochromatic drawing style, and it translates over to my painting as well, especially my really depressing shit. I don't think we're quite ready for detail work on that moon yet. We're getting there though. It's coming along, huh? I like it. Like those like 1960s depictions of space where, you know, people can like breathe all the way to the moon. Excuse me. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm feeling clouds tonight. Clouds kind of have a bit of a moody feel to them. I'm just lonely tonight. That's why I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I do. Not that one. That's not what I want. Now we're just gonna spend a little time smoothing it out again. There's really nothing to drawings like this, guys. Just need a pencil and an eraser. Maybe a bottle cap if you don't feel like drawing your own circles. I know I sure don't. You just see me try to draw circles in other videos. Just sitting there going circle, 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 and then I end up with a whole bunch of lines around it. Doesn't look pretty. Wondering if I can get rid of that line there. What we can do with that? We can clean that up. We can make that look even more spherical. It's another thing I said before. Nothing's really got an actual outline. I'm honestly a huge fan of cel-shaded like video games and things like that, just because like I love that effect that they use, putting the real hard outline in a place where you wouldn't expect to have one. Not expect, but you know, you guys know what cel-shaded things are. For those of you who don't know, Borderland games are hard cel-shaded. Borderland games, that one Naruto game that came out, like in 2013. You guys know how the moon looks in the early evening, the dark side. Sitting there just a little darker than the sky around it. And the rest just kind of fading into the sky. Sorry. There we are, we're going to come in again and smooth that out a bit. I think I probably came out a little too far with the shadow there. That's okay, because we can bring the shadow back out and then shade that back in there. It'll be just fine. Especially when we bring this one back in. We'll bring it in here. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. just like to slowly bring out the detail and find it in there. And you start to see little craters, and they just kind of work themselves out. Got that little area there. You start to see spots that you start to see the spots that you see when you look at the moon. Obviously, this isn't exactly, I mean, we're just doing a kind of a freehand here, but let's say for a freehand, you know, you look at that and you'd be like, yeah, that's the moon. And that's something, I think that's something that I can say, I don't know if many people do, but I can say 100% I never use any kind of reference. Everything you're going to see me drawing on this channel is going to be me 100% just doodling. And if you start doing this when you are in first grade, instead of paying attention to your teacher in your schoolwork, then when you are my age, you can doodle like this too. Gotta say, I probably just should have learned up like close-up magic or something. This isn't even a really great party trick. Passes the time though. But edge I haven't used on this eraser yet. Good luck. Anyone here know why all the craters on the moon are round? I don't know, anybody watching this channel might get the same kind of shorts that I get. I get a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson. But they used to think the surface of the moon was volcanic because of all the craters and all the round craters, because of course you get round craters whenever you have volcanoes, right? But as it turns out, every single they determined that it couldn't possibly be meteorites hidden, because, you know, if the craters are round, then they're hitting straight on, and if you couldn't possibly have every single meteorite hit at the same angle straight on. You'd expect to see oblong craters and whatnot, but you don't. You see all these round craters everywhere, all perfectly round. And it's because when something hits hard enough, it just explodes. just explodes, and then you get a round crater. That's your awful physics lesson for the day. So I guess if you don't want to leave a round crater, don't hit something very hard. Trying to work in one of those like sea of tranquility areas. You know what I'm getting at? Something like that. I like that. Yeah, that's apparently what that needed, was to be darker. Yeah, take that, a bit of shading. And get the rest of that crater there. That's exactly what that needed. Look at that. Came right out there. I knew we'd find it, guys. I knew we would. We found it together. Look at that. Another thing I noticed is that the shadows in space, you get real hard shadows, especially on the edges of craters and whatnot. But again, like I told you guys, you can also use your shadows to suggest things more than just spelling them out by drawing them. Remember what I always tell you guys, your eraser is just as much of a tool for showing things in your picture as it is for getting rid of mistakes. Boy, don't we wish everything were that simple. Pretty happy with how this one's turning out, guys. Gotta say. Just gonna darken the sky up here a little bit. Feel like a nice transition into a sunset kind of thing. That's what we're looking for in this one. I'm gonna have to make a new smudge stick for the next video, guys. I think this one's wearing out on me. Can't be having that. Wasted like 6 minutes of my first video trying to make a freaking smudge stick. And don't get me wrong, obviously I need it, but this video will probably post on Monday. I'm trying to give you guys the weekend off. Give myself the weekend off. See how successful at that I am. A lot of moons over water, guys. I don't know. I think this is kind of the mood I'm in tonight. I'd say that's about it. Appreciate you guys coming out. There we are, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Maybe we'll do something less depressing next time. Have a good one.